Hey guys, and welcome to another Dota 2 replay analysis with Jules B, the Dazzle player of this game. I'm doing these to help us improve as fast as possible, and also at the request of Dire Straits, who was our Tidehunter player this game. Let's dive in. This will be mostly post-replay commentary. It was a win for us, and they were considerably lower skill brackets, so I'm going to try and keep it short. So this clip is of giving up the first blood. I don't think it was too necessary to be really aggressive in the bot lane, Dire Straits, but then again, it wasn't a huge mistake. Maybe utilizing the ward vision there on the Earthshaker where he goes above you would have helped you survive a bit easier. If Alphalana utilized this vision a bit better. This mistake in regards to dewarding, I think will improve on over time. It's just a general spot that it's just a stupid mistake. Small mistake, cost us a support, but we get a kill anyway, so no biggie. At minute like 1 or 0, when he skewered me here, I should have been checking inventories. This, like, if I'm gonna point out early game mistakes, checking inventories is probably and for the purpose of ward placements, for like scouting enemy ward placements, checking inventories is some area where we can definitely improve. I included this clip because it shows the importance of vision. Now, we did a pretty good job of playing the supports off map, and that gives our spec an element of security because they can't engage in us when they don't know where our supports are. But this ward on the screen here is pretty essential to them, to the next like 5 minutes of the game, where we bring 3 at least. Well, I think we have 4 people top with the Shadow Fiend, and because they have vision, they just don't engage, or they're not baited out. So it really illustrates the importance of checking inventories and being on top of D wards so that we can have the element of surprise. Like here, they just know Shadow Fiend's there the whole time, and then they make a silly mistake to get, to come out to try and kill, but then like we don't get anything from that anyway because we don't have any. Like if Tide was there with his Ravage, would have been great, but they've got the vision. They know Tide's not there. This is where they actually engage when we have Tide. This is so dumb. Anyway, on else anyway. And we wreck them. I included this clip because it's a problem or a mistake that results from a lack of teamwork communication, regarding the Tidehunter cooldown not being up, and regarding the stacking of players. Like there, like 2 people get fissured and then 2 people RP'd, both get nuked into oblivion and both die, and like we've got Ravage up in 16 seconds. So a bit more conscious spacing when we're pushing into the enemy, especially when we don't have cooldowns. I included this clip to illustrate how we still have some teamwork and positioning problems regarding teamwork. You're diving them here as Tidehunter, and it looks like you're gonna die, but we're pushing the lane. As soon as you're there, you've stopped taking aggro. You could just run back. The tower will, the creeps will tank the tower's aggro, and then you've got a Dazzle there with a grave, so you can save your life. These errors are to be expected, really, and they're the kind of things that we're continually improving on. So this clip is of them smoking into our jungle, and it results in a gank on Shadow Fiend that we really could have avoided. The biggest problem, I think, was that when they use the smoke there, we actually have a ward right on the hill there, and you couldn't. I think we could like see one of the players being smoked, but in the future I might just place that ward a little bit further down so you can see the mid lane, but sort of sacrifice the vision towards the top left there. So you'll see here when they smoke, I think just the Wind Ranger is showing, and like this, if we can scout their smokes when they use them, I think it's a lot more advantageous. See there, there you see them smoke. But like if we see them, before they smoke or when they start their smoke, we can set up and like for example, all be on a high ground. Like, did we have Ravage? So like if we just were together when we knew they were smoking, that would have been like easy team wipe. Unfortunately, we're just not focused enough to notice it. At the end of it all, and Kelly does. Spec the player does a very good job of. I think she's trying to TP away. Here's an example of a mechanical play that goes well instead of badly. You'll see he jukes the RP, gets away to the right. Good. That's the kind of stuff that we'll be improving on constantly. Really nice and then just give him a little invis. And he's G. Here are some good spots to gather when we see the enemy smoke gank. So if we know they're smoked, that area is really good because it's got a high ground. So is this area if we know they're coming from the south. A mistake here was that we didn't have their wards dewarded, and those two wards on the high ground, these two wards are the reason they could gank Shadow Fiend in our jungle, or they could gank our jungle at all, really, because like a smoke gank without vision on enemy target is suicidal. So that's what we want to make sure they're doing. Every time they smoke gank, we want to make sure that their vision is minimalized. Otherwise, it's just going to result in shit like this. This clip illustrates how we should take advantage of position. This point is actually a really good choke point. If we're getting aggressive and the enemy's around here and we have vision, like, well, we don't have vision here, but I mean, we could see two heroes and we have Ravage and Blink and like the whole team there. That's easy kills. Especially if we catch them retreating from this point. Something we should work on constantly is like our recognition of like terrain and like what advantage that gives us. This is a really good spot for us aggressively because we've got all this space to work with to retreat into and to disperse, and they've only got this neck, this bottleneck to retreat into. So like anytime we catch them retreating, like just then for example, we have opportunity for something really big. I included this clip because we use a smoke here and we actually go for a solo gank on the Slark at top lane. But with our lineup, we need to recognize when solo ganks aren't really an option. So like against the Slark with a Shadow Blade and without a hard stun, like instant stun, like a Lion for example, our chances of catching a Slark, a solo Slark, are really slim. But for example, our chances of catching a Mag Lion together with like a Ravage, that's really good, right? So, we should have recognized that this smoke was a mistake to go for a solo target, and we should have just gone for a team fight instead. We had all the tools, all the cooldowns. When we have all these resources, we should just let the Spec do his thing on the other side of the map and run into them with the smoke, if we know where they are. Speed it up a bit. Yeah, so see, like this kind of stuff, he's just hanging around in really low HP. We could have got that if we were quicker, I think. It's fine, we got the tower. We'll just note that even though we are pushing and we're winning fights, we still have only a slight level advantage. Like, okay, our 3 cores are level 15, whereas theirs are like kind of ranging between 16 and 11. But because we 5-man so much, our supports are underleveled. See this? So like, what I'm trying to point out is like this kind of time where we're like lingering around for like a team fight. This kind of stuff is really productive because it's ensuring that our supports are keeping on par with theirs, basically. Tidehunter's not bad against Mag, even if he gets caught in the Ravage, because as soon as he takes 450 damage, which is like what, a shockwave and a skewer, then he breaks the stun on the RP and he can just Ravage to counter initiate, unless he gets chain stunned. But I mean, if you chain stun with Lion, like unless it's a hex, I think even if you hex him, as long as you keep taking damage, you're gonna break it. Like here, watch. See, there's the break, and then you get chain stunned again, and chain stun. So like they need to layer their stuns on top, like after your Kraken Shell procs, Otherwise, yeah, you just like if you're spamming Ravage and you're stunned as Tidehunter, you're gonna get it off. Chances are that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get it off. I included this clip to highlight an error with communication in regards to the Courier specifically. Yeah, and it comes down to teamwork again. You'll see. Okay, so alright, see how he dies here, and the Courier gets sniped. Sly gets the Courier, and on the Courier is, I think Shadow Fiend's Blink. Yeah. So this was the small problem that kind of caused a lot of debate in our team. Not debate, but like, it kind of it was really unnecessary. So we're bringing the Courier in. It's delivering to Dazzle. It's delivering wards and a branch. I put the branch on the back of the Courier, and then look, see that? It goes like it's just let's just pause it. Like, recognizing the needs of the team is something that's really important. So when it comes to Courier and like item delivery, like I encourage everyone to be like really aware of like what's going on the Courier. And so what happens here actually is that our Lina player, he just respawns. We're trying to get a blink to our Shadow Fiend and wards to the Dazzle. And what happens is we use the Courier without realizing what it's affecting. Shadow Fiend is not getting his blink dagger, so he can't dive, and he can't utilize the blink that he thought he had, and like we just lose track of where the Courier is going. And so instead of delivering a sort of crucial, it's not that crucial, but it's a pretty it's a critical item. Like, it changes a lot, blink dagger, in particular cases. Instead of getting that during a push, we're delivering a Yules to Lina on the other side of the map, who's not at the team fight. So this was one small thing I wanted to pull up, because you can see Monkey D, he's like, where's my blink? I think. Yeah, look, he checks the Courier there. Anyway, and then he's focused on the team fight. And we lose Dire Straits. Yeah, and then we start arguing, I think. We get the tower, but we start arguing. And that's when they catch out, it's when they catch out our Shadow Fiend. And he dies. And it just delays the GG. Like, we are ahead, yeah, but like he stays here and gets caught. And we lose Courier. And the blink's down for 3 minutes. And he uses a Black King bar charge. That was really inefficient. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Just to recap on the main mistakes and areas of improvement we need to focus on from this game. They come with item checks in the early game, inventory checks, ward management and vision management we need to improve on, position management on pushes and coinciding with cooldowns, courier management, being aware of what's going on with the courier, and that's about it, I think. Thanks for watching. There's a golden pudge for you. I'll see you all next time. Your boy, Jules B, signing out. Peace. I just thought it'd be interesting to have a look at the fantasy points. Yeah, pause it if you like. It's interesting to look at. Anyway, thanks guys for watching another 32 replay analysis with your boy, Jules B. Yeah, alright. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.